Spencer compete before. He's got a
The
really good
list we
body
just
time
posted
game.
out here. Cotton Balls,
He's got a really good
805. Let's
back
get it
attack.
going. Look at all these people coming at
Good
26,
guard,
23.
so
I love it. I love when the names
expect
come
to
in.
see good
Boom,
things
let me
from his
wave to a
guard
couple
coming out
people.
of Jeremiah's
Christina,
camp.
I hate.
That's for
Isn't
sure.
it kind of cool and creepy
Yeah,
when you're
should
in
be
your
interesting.
pajamas
Mike
and you
Vanessa's
say
at
live
10th
to somebody and then
Planet
they wave to you?
Orange. He's
I
a
know,
brown belt.
but I have
We've
to.
also seen him
Okay,
compete here at the
Sam's back in the
10K2s,
garage.
as
I'm
well
back from
as
Palm
the
Springs.
team
I've got the
duels
4K, so if I look a little bit funny with
Orange
makeup,
County.
I picked one of the
He's
filters.
definitely
Okay. Go to YouTube if you want. There'll be some stuff on there. We're getting some questions, notifications come in. I really want
be more adapt
some
to being a
questions.
135
I
or kind of
appreciate
a
this. Right
natural
now, Daniel
135er.
805. Are you
We've
watching
seen
the
him take
Dodger
on
game?
guys like Dave
Absolutely,
Griffin.
Big D. You see all those singles, my guy? Singles. Dodgers are just kicking butt. I got Miss Rubakava's waving. Maybe that's from the awesome Two Trees restaurant right there we're at. So I'm going to get going on the list. It's Tuesday night. Like we said, we're trying to go Tuesdays and Thursdays all the time. Podcast, I slacked last week on my Friday. So all you podcast listeners, I big apologize. It was a vacation time. So 27 listeners, hats off. You want the goods. You saw what was going on. Photo John, love that poster. That's an original. Absolutely. Appreciate that. It's all Ventura, all day, every day. Cleanup, shout out. Here we go. VUSD Callahan. Did you hear that Amy Yamamoto, current Callahan, former Buena Bulldog, who was the school board member, one of 5 school board members, resigned last Thursday, to my knowledge. So the District 3, I believe, which is kind of the college area in the school board area, needs a new appointed member. The names are coming out early. More importantly, people want to know, why did Amy resign? I've called her twice, didn't pick up, which is cool. I'm sure she's probably getting a lot of phone calls right now. The last person you might want to talk to is Ventura Forward. But I'm not even going to really assume anything. Until I get information from Amy, she's a friend, I help the campaign. You know, this is a tough position. When you're an elected official, okay, remember, Spencer's not running for politics. Sam's really happy about that over there, okay? For now, at least, because we're encouraging others to run, right? We're staying in our realm, doing our thing, building up our following. Amy stepped out of it. It's tough to be in. There were some tough decisions coming up into number 2, Washington School, okay? Washington School is really coming out. Should you protest it and keep this going with the Conservancy, San Buenaventura, get the building to be historic, which we've been hearing about, or should we go to kind of going as a community approach and saving the open space and doing it together, because we know the school district wants to put teacher housing there. I'm coming out and saying it. Sabrina's my friend. I put her on top 100 coolest people list. Sabrina, I've been thinking about you a lot. Maybe you're watching, maybe your husband's watching. Big shout out to the family, okay? Point here again is this. You got to be open and honest at this point. The 7-Eleven committee is coming up on August 29th for surplus land. And a lot of these lands are land that's been given by families. And the backbone of the school district is public land given by people to the school district, especially the EP Foster family. And on one of the pieces of property that they want to sell, they let the family foster house burn down by vagrancy over time. This is a historic home. These are historic properties that the district has owned for over 70 years. So don't say to me, Sam, that these are situations that you haven't known about forever, or you inheriting as a leader, right? You got to ignore them, not stop kicking that can down the road, then all of a sudden say we want to put housing up when the number one thing you need in Midtown is open space. No one's going to Ocean Park that much, which we need to validate that a little bit more. We know the situation going on at Cemetery Park, where everyone thinks it's a dog park, where they're running off leash over dead people. God rest their souls. You know, then you go to Midtown more, and you get wrapped up in the wonderful Will Rogers area, right? Packed, used wonderfully, but we need more space. Let's get it. So that's what Washington School is about. When they say save the school, yes, you want opportunity for schools to be there. Yes, you want other things to be there, but without the open space, it's not the same designation, right? We need to be, people say, okay, Spencer, what's it going to be? Thanks for putting that on, Sam. What's it going to be? Oh, my favorite question. Anybody watching live on YouTube?
Yep.
Is there? There's more than one?
Every day. We got
Let's go. Subscribers, let's go. Shout it out. You know what? Let's give a shout out to the sponsors. We're on number 2 there, Washington School. You were loving that. I was breaking it down about the open space. Okay? Now, go to Patreon. Click it up in the link. Go to the website. Get on there and sponsor for $5 a month. Cleanup Ventura, you can't sponsor because no one knows who you are. Remember, everybody, this is a joke running around town. There's nobody else more doing hard work on social media other than Cleanup Ventura and Spencer Norn, not being paid by our community, bringing transparent information. Now, Cleanup does it totally different style, and people kind of see it making fun of and telling the story. The community's telling that story. Okay? That's Cleanup style. It would be fun maybe to wear a little cloak and dagger and be there and everyone know who you are. I don't know that. I'm the exact freaking opposite. I got everyone going everywhere and thinking they know everything about me, when probably they know about 25%, and if they just picked up the phone, they could know 100. 805-320-8758. Now you know, don't say you can't. Let's go. All right, get to the Patreon. Give $5 a month. If you're not giving $5 a month to what you think is awesome, honestly, unfollow.
You might not love us.
Well, what happens if I just stop doing this? Are you going to be pissed? Are you to the point where you're watching this tomorrow or right now live thinking, well, Spencer's part of Ventura. He can't be gone or go away, right? Like, but what are you doing to support that? And I have to go out there and try to make sales and bring in to make that $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month. It costs to raise a family in Ventura right now, right? You're going to make $10,000 a month, okay? I'm getting there, getting back up there on my own dime. I hope you're doing it through maybe your salary, your retirement, your spousing, your thing. So get in there and get the money in for Ventura 4, please. This with open heart, because you know where it's going. You're seeing it every day. Where else do you know you're giving money that someone's producing this much stuff? You don't know it. So give. Let's go. Link is in the website, venturaforward.org. Find it. It's Cup of Coffee or Patreon. There's multiple ways. If you have a problem, call the phone number I just dropped. Sam, how am I doing?
You're doing fantastic.
Let's go. Ask those questions in the drop. We got 25 live on Instagram. Love you for tears. Raise your hand right now. Raise your hand if you love the idea of the raise your hand. So, reminder, if you're West Coast Signs and you're in your jammies right now and you have to put your West Coast Signs, put your hand up right there. Whatever the wife says, you have to put it up right now. Clean up. Get your hand up. Let's go. That's the fun of it. Associate Tires. If you buy tires at Associate Tires in Ventura, put your hand up right now. Let's go. See? That's branding and marketing that you know. You know if you need sign questions, you're calling West Coast Signs. Now, should I hit up West Coast Signs for more sponsorship and advertisement? Absolutely. But am I doing it? No, because it's organic, because he's a huge forward tier. Let's freaking get it. West Coast, keep up the hard work. Okay. Topic number 3. Ayub hired for city manager. I got asked this question today by my friend, Don Greenberg, at Tatiana's. Don, you don't watch social media, so you won't see this, okay? And you also said you disagree with me a lot today, which I love you for saying that. But let's be honest. Who knows more about Ventura? Why is it a good hire? We've got systems in our police department that need to get fixed. Now, don't think that getting more police and having a police department there means we're hiring more police department right away, okay? It doesn't mean that. It means, thank you, Cotton Balls. I appreciate that. Well, hold on, sidebar, don't just pause about the police. I'll be right back. Tina, I have a question. I was wondering if you know if there will be any person appeal for the 6-story building. You know what, Tina? If you wouldn't notice on number 7 of our list today, we will get to that very shortly. Thank you so much. Great question. Okay, back to the police department. You can reconfigure, right? Do we have the right programs and do we have the right systems in place from what's currently going in there? And has the police chief had that backing? Now, circumstantially, we have a man named Darren Schindler as our police chief. Aaron, Dodgers win. Let's go. I love that. Big win against Brewers. They went to the academy together. They've known each other for 30 years. They've gone through all of the service from the bottom to the management. Now they're in collaboration as good buddies. They've got to be great friends, right? They've lived in the same town for 30 years. They're both here in Ventura. Let's go. You want to talk about unhoused individuals? Separate the difference between vagrancy, mental illness, and people that are down on their luck, and then the people that actually want to be living there with all 3 of those issues. That's the simple separation that we bring at Ventura forward, okay? Those are the simple ideas that you need to think about. And I'll give you the idea again if you missed it before. Awesome Cleanup Ventura. It's the beat system, okay? How many districts do we have in the city of Ventura when it comes to elections? Sam?
9.
7.
Damn.
Okay? How many county supervisors do we have in the city of Ventura? 1. 5 in the county, 1 that represent Ventura by Matt Levere. Okay? Kind of a trick question, but thanks for playing. Now, back to what we talked about Amy Callahan. How many school district board members do we have for the city of Ventura? 5. 7 districts voting. 5. How many beats? What's a beat? in police terms? You know, Sam?
Yeah, it's like walking, doing
You
street
think of like
patrol,
beat.
patrol.
Think of beat more though in the police department term in Ventura is more like an area. So the city of Ventura is divided into 5 areas that they call beats, similar like districts. And the shape of those districts and those beats haven't been changed since the 60s.
We've had a lot more neighborhoods since the 60s.
Things have changed.
More houses
So and don't quote me on this if the police department's watching. But I think I've discussed, and my memory is correct, if you're at the hospital, you're also serving Wells Road. Okay? As an example. No one's put the study in and the time and the effort. I've mentioned this before. If you've heard this before, you're a huge foreign tier. That's the type of resource that we can get to the police department to prioritize those studies. And then the city manager then prioritizes the information coming from a trusted source. Then we can not waste time and money and effort. Then we're having efficient government. Hopefully the man that's from Ventura and Bill Ayub can bring that. And of course, everyone's saying there's probably faults. 80-20. 80-20. But I'm fine. You know what? Bill is so cool. I'm excited to find out his 20%. Bill, when I find out, I'll let you know. You're probably watching. All right. That's how awesome Ventura Ford is, by the way. Some people will be thinking that you're talking to this guy and he doesn't watch. Keep in mind, he should be watching. If he's not watching, then someone's telling him to watch for sure. Fair violence. Speaking of Clean Up Ventura, I saw on their page, I circled back around, and gosh, dude, any violence across the world and like just harm on people just crushes my heart, you know? Because somehow you couldn't just figure it out without being in disagreement, but somehow just don't go to violence, right? That's the hardest thing. Even I think about it too. And Sam's a fighter.
I'm a
right?
fighter. I don't like violence.
Exactly. That's martial arts.
Yeah. I fight so I don't have to.
But what I don't like is when we're not hearing about it all over town.
Right.
Like if there's a stabbing or a shooting in town in the parking lot, we should hear about it. And if it's bad, we should hear about it to get more knowledge.
True.
Okay. So if it's inside the fair, we're gonna hear all about it. It's on the front page of the paper. So I don't like the idea, and this is where I'm going with this. Sorry, my hair is getting a little awesome here. Is if something happens in the fair, we hear about it. But if it happens in the parking lot or in the surrounding areas, we don't hear as much about it. See where I'm going with that?
Yeah.
And someone might say that's BS. I think it's true. I think somehow in some way, there's jurisdictional things that happen, like River Bottom, downtown Ventura, the promenade section.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there was a stabbing. And I don't know how bad the guy got hurt, but it was over in in Midtown, by the 7-Eleven. But it was in the apartments, and I heard it was 2 roommates.
I've heard a lot of stuff out of it.
I don't know. I hope it was a murder, too. If he was, God bless their souls, dude. And these people that we're talking about, God bless you. The best of see you in heaven. Family members probably follow Ventura Ford. That's how big this is at. 30 or 40 new followers every day. People in this with no filter getting in there. Much love. And if you're thinking right now, Ventura Ford shouting out your buddy or your friend that might have been in these situations on both sides, that's what it's about. Yeah. We got to talk about it. And then you feel comfortable. You feel more comfortable not forgetting your friend, whether it was 3 years. We have unsolved murders in the city of Ventura right now.
Cold cases.
Crazy. So, all right, here we go. Number 5, cannabis roulette license permit I put. So the interviews came in on last week.
There's 6 spots, right? 6 spots for a license?
5 spots.
5 spots now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe it was always 5.
5 spots. 3 licenses are going out.
Okay.
1 down off Market,
Okay.
but there's already 1 there.
That's cool. I like that.
Must be the second one in the industrial area.
I like that spot.
Another one at Evita's old Mexican spot.
That's really cool. That's off market.
Everyone's saying too, why didn't it get in the beginning because we're the location.
Uh-huh.
Because they kind of got into the location plus who's the license holder.
I know there's no schools over there in that area besides Blanche Reynolds, but it's on the other side of the
You should have
highway.
seen the school report, dude, that came out when how many kids passed the Embark location versus other locations. 0 versus hundreds.
Oh.
And of course, they were the ones that gave it to the Embark right away. And they're not even giving these information out, but that the report came out.
Okay.
Point being, and then there's 3 on Victoria. The one across the street with Silver Bracelet, the one that's next to Starbucks. Across the street is Steezy.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be in some like trouble, but maybe probably going to get it.
Right.
I don't know. And then Safeport down on Victoria, the old Salzer's video, which has been kind of somewhat vacant. If I've ever said one thing before this process happens, which I've been completely against this cannabis thing from the beginning because I knew it was going to be shady. Safeport needs to be one of these 3. Hopefully. That's all I'm going to say. From the location to what's going on, that building, the rendered drawings I've seen, the groups from Ventura, cool people that have been open and transparent, even in this process too. Brent Bentinelli, shout out real estate. If you're in San Diego, please get commercial real estate. Brent, go sign up for Ventura Ford Patreon. Thank you.
There is one thing I see that's not on the list, but we'll keep it going.
So, we're joking with that. So, Don Penman, the ex-city manager, because now it's Ayub, now has a decision to make how he's sitting as an assistant. Sam wants to write notes down as I'm going to number 7. Recall coming. Right down there. Recall could be coming. Awesome. Awesome, buddy. Hold on. Clean Up Science has a message. The dude that's trying to open up Avita's plans to build out more than a weed shop. Interesting. That is some land there. Ooh. I think they're going to get it. I really do. This is going to be interesting. I think it's going to be Evita's, Safeport. I think they're going to pass on the one down off the market for some reason because the other one's down there. And then it's going to go down to, I don't know, the one that's at the Starbucks and the one across the street. Gosh, it's going to be close. And that's all the drama because the lawyer, the gentleman's name that no one can say, but I call him Silver Bracelet. Yeah. I said that's going to go. That should be good. It's good, right?
Yeah,
You can't.
be mad at that.
Right.
So if you're wearing
I heard he gets mad at people that say his name, and so he's the biggest lawyer in town, and everyone knows that Ventura Ford is like the lawyer. Everyone wants to come after me with their lawyers. Ew. Silver Bracelet. Silver Bracelet. And when you drive by Silver Bracelet's building, it has all of the art in the windows. He wants tax write-offs for that art because it's supposed to be community-based, I swear to you. And it was political. Did you notice how it was political? Did you see when it was political?
Pretty bold.
It was during the elections. It was political, and you want tax incentive, and now you're gonna have cannabis in there. Talking community, and those businesses were the ones. I don't know which ones for sure that were shorting the distance. Maybe back to Embark when I was working so hard from community, from having cannabis farthest away. Because when you fight for fights like this, it's about knowing it's gonna occur, but then when you fight for nothing, you get less. Right? That's politics. Who the F is Silver Bracelet? More importantly, Sam, who's Clean Up Ventura? Mm-hmm. I think, we're opening up our shop soon. Do you think that we should make one of our shirts say,
Who is?
it's I'm Clean Up Ventura. That's the shirt. I'm Spartacus. Clean up, you need a shirt. And we're going to make you a shirt that says, I am Spartacus. And everyone else is going to be, I am Clean Up Ventura. All right. Who we got here?
Aren't we all Clean Up Ventura?
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, okay. Tina Cell Coastal. Uh-oh, Tina sounds like a transplant with a real estate license. I love you. Let's see what it says here. Yay, a mixture of carpentry and downtown. You are right. Clean up, we know that. Clean up, let's do that. You need to get a shop. You can't get a shop because then they could source money back to you. You know what? You're in a little odds here, Clean Up, because you can't source it. Because if you source the money, then they're going to come back.
Back to you.
Interesting situation you have here, Clean Up.
You're gonna have to hire someone.
Knowing that you have such a cool logo too. I mean, where'd that logo come from? I mean, jeez, though. All right, coming down here.
Only they know.
Recall coming. If you're thinking of a recall, it's not gonna be Mike Johnson because he just came off of that. You're thinking short term.
Yeah, you just
Bill McReynolds, Jim Duran, Jenna Sanchez Palacios, Joe Schrader. But after that 211 building, this is why 6 and 7 on the list are combined. There were murmurs and whispers upon the coffee group, a.k.a. Palermo at 10 on Main Street. Come by and see me. Sorry for exposing Sousa Palooza. But hey, this is Ventura. If you want secrets, go drink Chardonnay and hide out somewhere else. You're on Venturan.
Just facts.
Facts. Find out that because somebody said at public comment, how many votes do you need, Sam, in a district, not votes, signatures, to get a recall going?
1,000.
3,000. Sam guessed 1,000, and it was 3,000. So there's typically about 18,000 people, so there's 7,000 districts, okay? And here, to keep another thing, it'd be interesting to think, to sign a recall, thank you, Daniel's Defense, salute to you, my friend. In order to be on a recall signature list, you have to be a registered voter. You would probably think yes.
I think so. Won't you have to put your address?
But could you register to vote in that moment and then sign the recall? Or would you have had to have voted on the election 4 years ago? These are good questions. This is hold on a second. Let's go. Now, we do spit some game. Having 18 people live on Instagram, just went to 17. You guys are awesome. I remember we used to go live. We used to have 3 or 4 or 5, and I was stoked. This video will probably go a couple thousand views. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. If you're into this and saying that this guy, who is he? He's cool, he's funny, he's this, he's that. Somebody called me a trip earlier in a message. Welcome to the party.
He's worth $5, I promise.
$5, right? Again, Patreon, give the $5. But it's funny because it's been going on for 43 years, and the fact that it's growing makes me love you guys more. Question here. There's a notification. Is it old? Okay, that was old. So, 211 building. The monster build went down. I had a meeting today with somebody. Here's the thing we need to know. It's all about the streamlined ordinance in the Coastal Commission. The Coastal Commission is the thing that this organization from the state of California has that it really goes into like the first half of mile of the coast. And you got to know that because the Coastal Commission affects. Thanks, clean up for those messages here. I'm trying to read those. Building, style, what goes on. And so it's all about manipulating the Coastal Commission. If you're a city council member watching at some point to me, I would say stop the city council and the government from somehow manipulating the Coastal Commission. Because one moment the Coastal Commission is our friend, the next mission they're not. Short-term vacation rental, you'd think, oh, the Coastal Commission, they want to preserve that. No, they want to create more access. So they want to create more access. Okay, so you're thinking on Thompson Boulevard, let's tear down those cheap motels and build bigger ones. No, you can't, because in order to tear down rooms, even if you're going to create more, you have to pay a surplus, like $30,000 per door, because it's going to be out for a year and a half in the access, and they want low price points. So we literally signed a deal one time, like 5 or 10 years ago, I heard, that let them promise to keep those little piece of shit motels, sorry to pardon my language, on Thompson, because the downtown Ventura was going to get better and more expensive, that we had to guarantee them to get lower priced. So somebody tell me where there's expensive rooms that are nice to rent when you come to Ventura downtown.
No, I can wait.
And I hope they're coming. We got some investments coming with the Delarkland family, I think you call them. I know the Becker Group's doing things, right? People are improving things. If you're watching these things, you know that, hey, salut, this should be a Ventura beer, but it's a Mind Haze, sorry.
It's sacrilegious.
P.S. If you see Spencer drinking a lot, know that I never drink more than 1 or 2 beers. Never. Okay?
He's camera shy.
P.S. I don't like having more than 1 or 2 beers because I'm old. Number 2, you can't drive unless you have 1 or 2 beers, right? So never think that. Remember that. 1 beer, you can still drive. Okay? That's the rule out there. That's the socially way. I'm never going to go off of that.
This is not legal advice.
Huh?
This is not legal advice.
Oh, that's not legal advice, but how are we going to continue to say there's breweries, there's events everywhere else? How's everyone getting home?
Uber.
Bullshit. Bullshit. I'm sorry. So 0.08, again, responsible driving. That is the one thing that I could say is responsible driving, responsible awareness. We talked about cannabis. We talked about massage parlors. We talked about smoke shops. We talked about liquor stores. We talked about these things. This is what Ventura needs to be different about. This is why you can have a leader that isn't all of a sudden, say, afraid to have a beer or do his thing, right? So every time I'm having a Ventura music call, I get 3 or 4 messages every time. Spencer's had a beer or 2. I'm like, right on. That's why I'm on the scooter. So people are probably mad at me maybe for having 2 or 3. Like I'm on the scooter, I'm having 2 or 3. That's the rule. One or 2 over a couple hour period with the car, scooter, 2 or one level up.
One level up.
Kind of like if you're gonna bike, right? If you're
Yeah, because you have half the wheels.
Yeah, half the wheels.
4 wheels,
Absolutely.
half the wheels. 2 wheels, twice the wheels.
I will say something. We're going to side note here. We have more than 1 follower on there.
Oh, we have 3.
All right, let's go. We got 3 over. We got 20 over here. Okay. We need a massage. West Coast, no, get massages. There's good. Everyone drives drunk around here. Clean up. You're right. That's why I'm bringing this to attention. I would be down for more checkpoints. I'm not like a fan of like Big Brother stuff, but we need Big Brother. It's lights, camera, action. Ventura Ford. I actually was looking at. Oh, Sam, you're gonna love this. I went through all the old notes.
Okay.
Look to your right, on the ground. The bin has been deciphered.
Hey.
The Ventura Ford had over 4 or 5 years of notes. I shared a couple of them with you over the weekend. Remember when you saw some of those Parks and Rec Commission agendas? How I was putting dog parks or different stuff on the agenda? That's what they're getting mad at me. So, in this process, at one point, I forgot I had this motto, dude. Lights, camera, action. More lights everywhere. Organized lights, because new light ordinances are coming out here. Everyone can't put different colors everywhere. Got to be organized. Shoot them down so we can look at our stars. Mm-hmm. Okay? I like it. Cameras. I think more cameras in town are better. People will be pissing me. Fine. But I look at what's going on like South Korea, Japan. I love that shaming stuff. If you jaywalk and they put you right there in the middle of the street, they put a picture of your face. You know what? This is bullshit what's going on in these streets today. Doing drugs. If there's a camera and a dude's doing the pokey right there, boom, come and just light him up.
Light him up.
I'm sorry, dude.
Famous.
This is why. Follow me on this. We gotta be ahead of it. Demolition Man. If you need Demolition Man with Denzel Washington and Sylvester Stallone and Sandra Bullock.
I recall it.
Late 90s movie. Mm-hmm. If you were walking down the middle of the street and you said F shit. Right. Remember like a little ticket would come out on a machine. Yeah. Okay, now that's over the top. But I'm convinced it's coming. I'm convinced. We're only doing it now through Clean Up Ventura and doing it through manual people, and no one's making any money, which is going to change. Right? Think of the hits. Think of the action. It's happening right now. That's what Ventura Ford's formulating more too because of the hits and the action we're getting, dude. Right. So, it's right there. Keep going on the list.
211 Monster Building.
211 Monster Building. Went through because of the Coastal Commission. Thank you for getting me back on track there. I got off for a little bit. So, in the Coastal Commission decisions, be aware of that. And now there's a streamlined ordinance that's still in effect from a Thomas fire that these politicians put down. That's why McIntyre left. That we need to get out of here because our old rules and stuff don't apply anymore because of this streamlined ordinance that we used to help the Thomas fire rebuild process. Then the pandemic came. They said, let's keep it going. And that supersedes the Coastal Commission. So this 211 project would have to go probably another 12, 24 months in the process. But because we have the streamline ordinance going, plus the housing density bonuses from the state, which you've heard about, right? That's how they're doing it faster and higher. I mean, come on now. Oh, yeah, Isaac Downey wants to know the reunion. We're late into this. I almost put it on this list, Isaac. Isaac, the reunion is going off.
Tony's Pizza, yeah.
Tony's Pizza. Saturday night, 7 o'clock. Be there. All of Ventura's invited. If you come and you're from Boyne in 1998, you're going to get a special little name badge. Okay? And we're going to hang out with people from Ventura. And it's if you want to see people's face, show up. Hang out and talk to your friends. I've already heard some great names that are going to be there. Obviously, people are thinking they need more time. They need this. They need that. I'm saying another. I'm having a little cussing moment here. I'm going to a little bullshit. I love bowls and I love, sometimes poo. Poo's interesting. I was just cleaning my lizard's cage. Poo's interesting. Why do lizards have that black and white poo? I don't know, man. You never recognize that? I don't know. There's like the black and then there's the white piece.
Yeah, it's like, what is that white piece?
What is the white piece?
I'm confused.
Have you ever asked anybody this before?
I've never asked anyone that, but I've wondered it.
Who's a lizard fan out there?
Who likes the reptiles?
Who's a reptile? Sam wants me to change the question. Sam?
What, do snakes do the same thing? I'm interested. What's the white and black? What do birds do? Actually, why do birds do that too?
Birds have the white.
Birds? Yeah, of course. You see bird shit.
Okay, we're getting somewhere.
It's more white than black. It's more white. What is the black on the bird?
Oh, Clean Up Ventura is saying it's bones. That's interesting.
I trust Clean Up Ventura.
Clean Up. Okay, that'd be interesting. So if I feed the mealworms, look for...
So if okay, like bones.
The bones. Oh. And we're not eating bones.
Birds eat bones?
Do birds eat bones?
90% bones and like 4%.
Fish bones.
Fish? Ooh. A lot of small fish.
Okay. This is good.
Or maybe it's an insect.
I mean, if this isn't the best Instagram account, I don't know what is. I mean, I love talking so much about Clean Up Ventura because I think it's still funny to me. I seriously love playing off it so much. I even did in the sales pitch today. The woman's like, "Are you on Instagram?" She goes, yeah. I go, do you follow Ventura Forward? No. And my first thought is always like, oh, God.
You follow Clean Up Ventura?
And then you ask, do you follow Clean Up Ventura? It's just this, I'm telling you, it's becoming kind of.
I usually get a yes for it.
Cotton ball, let's go. And I trust me, I'm sure Clean Up Ventura, if we ever find out who it is, doesn't agree with all my agenda. Probably half the time, and I appreciate him sharing my stuff because I'm sure half the time he doesn't like the stuff I say. He's probably like, God damn it. And then there's stuff that I think, like, let's see. You know what? I think he goes over the top too far, honestly. But I think it's funny as hell. Like, did you see that video of the furry, the little animal jumping around? Dude, it's informative about your city. Like, we're real. I think it's a real thing. And my other guy was saying, like, there's a lot of them, like, you know, street people of Los Angeles being blocked.
Yeah.
Interesting about the filtering thing, too. I feel like filtering's changed. Like, they're allowed to get away with more. These shock accounts are a little. 2 years ago during the election, it was a lot more controlled.
Yeah, like LA Takeover, for example, is an account that's on there.
Uh-huh.
And they show a lot of people just like when they take over the streets and the intersections and stuff. And
Yeah.
drifting. And
LA
it's like
Takeover.
LA Takeover, right? And they were big, and they had to put up, we don't condone takeovers. Yeah. But then they recently just took that off, and they've been posting nothing on there. I'm like, oh, they don't have any
Interesting.
problems.
Yeah. Sam was saying here, if you can't hear him, that they used to have like a warning label on their videos, and now they don't put that anymore. I'm telling you, something I think happened when everybody found out that we were being completely manipulated, which obviously I did. You know, in the elections, it was so easy to see in the elections back then. You're just like seeing just pure election stuff. So anyway, okay, 211. You heard about the coastal commissions. You know why these things are getting built. Get your council members. That goes back to their recall. We connected that. That goes back to the city manager with the cannabis, who they wanted to get that off their plates. So half these council members can say they weren't involved in the cannabis decision. Let's wash our hands of that. Oh, then you get Washington School. We're not part of city council. Let's kick that over to Sabrina and the school board members. And then back to number one, Callahan resigned. I mean, let's go. Get to the VenturaForward.org to sponsor the show. Come on. Still hovering at 20. Everyone's awesome. Coach McGuire, 72. Thanks for following Ventura Forward. Let's follow some more. Let's wave at some more people here. Bert. Bert, if your real name is Bert, you're my absolute hero. That's one of my favorite names, Bert. Raise your hand if you are a huge Bert Ernie fan. Let's go.
Well, Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds? Okay. Burt Reynolds? What else is there?
Burt Gresher.
Burt Gresher.
The machine.
I'm thinking like a Burt. I'm thinking somebody else Burt. Burt is just like.
Burt is pretty much
awesome, Coach McGuire. Bert, you better be one tough son of a bitch. That's what I'm saying. That's one of those names. That's my favorite George Carlin skit when he talks about Frank, Ralph, and Tom beating up Kyle and Spencer. Just kidding. Bring it. Let's go. All right. Fuck the 211 Project from Clean Up Ventura. Watch your mouth, please. Only I can say those words tonight. Charlie lost his home and is going to traffic. I know, dude. There's a lot of stuff going on. Okay, park designations. We're gonna get this going here. We got my water hasn't shut off yet. Sam, what time we got? Time check me.
We got 9:45.
9:45. Oh, thank you. Let's go. Let's keep it going here. This is good.
What's the designations about? What's happening?
General Plan Action Committee. They're putting their final evaluations. It's that 2.5-year plan. You saw the live video I did with Steph Carba. Okay. Now, when this goes in, they want to put 9,000 dwellings in the future of Ventura for the next 25 years. Coach McGuire wants to sit down and talk homeless problem. Coach McGuire, let's sit down whenever you want. Picky, picky, kiss, kiss, shine, shack. Sup? How you doing, Kiki, Kiki? What's going on here? This is interesting. I like this. Kiki, Kiki, will you, picky, ticky, tiss. Will you put in the chat, please, what city you live in? People want to know who follows Ventura Forward, and we just need to know, like, what city do you live in? I have no idea who she is, assuming it's a she. Okay. So, Coach, anytime you want to hang out, let's do it. You guys just call me. We can talk homeless. Since Sam's here, he's asking about Bobby. I'll give you guys a kicker for the 25 people that are still here. I'm going to give you a Bobby update.
What's happened?
Ventura, baby, let's go! I love picky, picky, kicky, kickies. Shine Shack. Picky, kicky, you gotta tag Ventura Forward in some more posts so we know who you are more. We're gonna make you famous for this because you're awesome. Awesome. Brashers is starting something here. Ventura living here too. This is good. If you're actually, feel free to represent your city. I took off on 2 side notes there, and I never forget where I'm at. Okay, I won't forget about the Bobby story for you because I know you're interested. I haven't told anybody. And now we're going to get back to park designations. Stay there for a moment. But when the new followers come across, Coach McGuire is trying to Sunday. No, I'm at church, my dude, church on those days. I appreciate that, Coach McGuire. Weekdays are better. Look for weekday time. Okay. 55% Instagram saying Ventura. Watch this one. I love this one. 17% Oxnard. Huge Oxnard. 3 or 4% Camarillo. 1 or 2% Ojai. And then everything else. And they could be Camarillo and different ones too. I mean, more parking stuff. But it looks like Ventura County for the following base is anywhere from 68 to 75%. Which I think is good. And I would have no idea. Hey, Coach, I appreciate that. Just shoot me a message in the DMs right now, and then I'll see that after the live, and then we'll connect more. You're fantastic. I appreciate it. So think about that again. That's a lot of good Ventura people. And then the age range goes all the way from 70. Cleanup. I'd like to see your stats too. If you're not that you ever shared it. You could screenshot them to me. Cleanup if you wanted to. That'd be kind of cool. And the age group. 14, 15, 16-year-olds are starting to follow too. Very interesting from that. So when I look at the age group, I think of the influence that's spreading it out. Sean is nice. Sean, let's go. You're in the house. Social media butterfly, my guy. You've been living it up. Sean, if you're at the your keynote's your spot, right, my dude? Sam wants you to go to YouTube. Anybody who wants to go to YouTube right now, go there if you can. We're live there on the stream. And subscribe. We're getting our YouTube built up too. Sean, love to go back out. Park designations. Appreciate you following. Now, if we're going to have 9,000 dwellings, 9,000 people, let's do simple math. Sam, you like math, right? How many parks are currently in the city of Ventura?
32.
Very close. About between 30 and 27. If you include different outlets and different things. But, basically, so you could say that we manage in the city 27 parks. Okay? How many people are in the city of Ventura? Roughly. Number apparently hasn't changed in a long time, too.
125,000?
They say between like 110 to 113,000. Okay? So let's use 110,000 for rough math. Okay? 27 parks divided by 110,000 people. How many? What's the number we got here? So 5,000. I think roughly about. Get a calculator. I mean, I can bust it out here. I think I know the number.
Okay.
27 divided by 110,000.
Oh, wait. 110,000 divided by 27.
Yep.
What do you think it is?
Well, it's less than 5, and you take the 5 off. You get into like 25. You get into like 27, 40.
4,074.
4,000. Okay, I was thinking like more like 32. Okay, 4,000. Okay. So, 4,000 people. And in these dwellings, the average person, I think, is 3 people. So 9,000 dwellings times 3 people, 27,000 people. So 20,000 people are expected to come, divided by the 4,000. So 27,000 divided by 4. So 27 divided by 4 is going to be 6.8, right? Because 4 times 7 is 28. 6.75. Very rough math, folks. So if we're going to plan to build enough those dwellings, shouldn't we be designating 6.7 parks? Wouldn't we stay on pace for what we currently have? Would we go more parks than we currently have? Would you go less parks? What would your thought process be there?
We need more dwellings, though. It seems like.
So we're bringing no more dwellings no matter what.
Right.
And then there's open spaces like lots in certain areas that you could say designate that a park. But then, of course, the owner would have to be there. But if that's with an owner, you'd have to put in your general plan, we designate that a park. I think you could almost let eminent domain it probably at fair market value or find out that situation because it instantly comes down to who's going to purchase it. Because every time that I bring this up, somebody says, where's the money coming from? I say, the city, right? Let's buy some stuff again. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I would say, I don't know, it would kind of make sense about, like, because not all parks are created equal. Like, if you look at the one on the end of Ocean Avenue.
End of Ocean, sure.
Right,
Ocean Park.
And the ocean over there. It's not the same size as Kimball Park. And you can fit a lot more people
Sure.
on Kimball Water Park.
Absolutely.
All the things.
You're looking like a good stat would be square footage of park availability per district.
Yeah, I would say that.
Like what a blessing the Kellogg Park did to the west side.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Stephanie Duncan subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, let's go.
We got dancing. Look at Lisa's dancing. Let's go.
Let's
Boom.
go, Lisa.
If you're missing YouTube, you're missing my favorite little thing. Let's go. Yeah, no, let's get it. Lisa's so good. Gosh, The Simpsons are great. I turn on The Simpsons like episode. I can't watch The Simpsons anymore. You know, I can only watch. I hate that you love The Simpsons, but I can't watch the new seasons.
It's a love hate.
Okay, so 6.5 parks. Ramey and Associates and the 20 community members. How many parks have they proposed go in the general plan?
0.
Boom. 0.
I got one.
0.
Got one tonight.
Sam got it. That's what Ventura Forward's about. You're thinking, is it too late? No, it's not. We got to hold them accountable. And we're going to put these calls to actions out through emails. A lot of good stuff's coming up. So that's a perfect example that we're going to get out. We need more park designated. I'm waving to people. I don't want to give you my idea of the park because I think you guys want to hear the Bobby story more. But until then, I'm teasing you with number 9. School starts.
Cliffhangers.
Missionary started. Public schools start next Wednesday. Balboa has orientation. I think Ventura High School had orientation today. I saw. Actually, I know they did. I was like, are we like leaving here? Why are kids being released? So, school's back, dude. And that's Ventura. You know, like we're such a school town, kid town. People will say that. Oh, it's a bed and breakfast town. It says that we're such, and that's why short-term vacation. Who's ever hearting and firing right now? Let's go. If you're interacting right now and you're hearting and firing in that, huge hugs, props, Ventura Forward. If you're feeling that vibe, you got to go to patreon.com through venturaforward.org and give that $5 a month, or keep hitting those hearts. I love all of it. Okay, but I want to remind you what's going on. The more that you give there, the more that I can give you in the information. And it's for the kids, the absolute kids, to protect our public schools. Pierpont Elementary School. Do you know that Pittsfield Lane just had a fourplex go into short-term vacation rental? 4 families that could have been living in apartments and going to Pierpont are now out for short-term vacation rentals. You know, this is deep into this video. You know, I don't want to give too much information away about short-term vacation rental because stuff's trying to go through and it can't be a mass grab late. But, man, we got to stop this. You got to create some density and proximity of location, and Pierpont special. Don't tell me it's not. That's why you want to own a short vacation rental in Ventura. At Pierpont. All right. Sorry, I'm going to start crying. So, school's starting. Exciting. Get your kids involved. Be involved. Always worry about getting involved. The emails are the most important. I think they just switched over to a new system. So if you're a parent and you're involved in the school system, I was a former PTO president, I was awful with emails, okay? You gotta stay somehow involved because that's the way the district is going and that's the way education's going. And that's the way I believe, whether we agree or disagree, when you have your kids in private school, homeschool, I get it. I want less too. But the world's going fast. And if we're getting older, we're probably saying that we should slow it down. And that's just getting old, y'all. Straight up. Okay? So filter it. Be attentive. But you can't be the one on the sidelines. You can't be the one saying, did you turn in your homework to your kid and not checking your email? Because your kid's homework actually goes to the computer now. You know? It's just different. So you got to be into that stupid computer. And everyone knows I hate computers. Ooh, I hate them. Sam, I hate them. What's this? I just twist them and I would. It's not twisting. Didn't work. And I'm not gonna break. You know what? Trust me, I can break it. I'm gonna choose not to break it. Oh yeah, I'm choosing.
No violence.
Thank you. I chose not. Just take it. Just be right here. Okay. Thank you. I needed that, Sam. That's what they call it. They call them the best color men in the business for nothing. All right, number 10. Friday Night Lights. Pick a club, will you? Is it the Cerebs of St. Bonaventure, Cougars, or Bulldogs? Get a team this year. You got to go to at least one game.
That's the challenge.
When's the last time you've been to a high school football game?
When I was in high school.
When you were in high school. Exactly. How do you have good memories of high school football games?
No.
No.
No. I was on Ventura. They never won.
What was about your experience?
My experience? I was at wrestling.
So you went as like
all
a
the wrestling meets.
so you went as like a wrestler to go hang out with wrestlers.
Yeah, in a sense. Try to go put the.
I want to challenge everyone this year to support the athletes and the cheerleaders and the band members and the dancers. Most importantly, I mean, sometimes, I'll admit, sometimes at Boyne High School, the band can be the best. So, band shout out. Circle back to number 4, the fair. The band for Boyne High School always does the funnel cakes at the fair. Ventura Forward, you gotta get your funnel cake.
Used to be the fair parking.
There's no way that West Coast Signs is still watching this. Do you think there is? Watch that, he's probably. Come on, West Coast.
Calm up.
West Coast. Comment if you're still West Coast. Raise your hand again. Emoji if you're still watching. If you're not, I'm a little upset actually. If you somehow went to bed West Coast on me today, I'm gonna be. I might cry twice.
He could be in bed. He just doesn't watch us.
Well, I'm hoping he's in bed watching. I prefer everyone be. Sorry.
He doesn't like watching
We'll
us.
stop there. Friday Night Lights. Get back and go out on a Friday night. Go out and have some fun. We need more fun stuff going on. We're working on it. We're working on safety. We're working on fun. We're working on bringing it together. All right. Sam, anybody watching live on YouTube?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. How many?
42.
42. Jackie Robinson. No way. Okay. Bobby's story. We're going to wrap this baby up. We got 16 people still watching. Creative Full Tracy's watching. Ashley Boggs. Ashley Boggs. Interesting name. Ashley Boggs, pleasure to meet you. I'm Spencer Norn. Ashley, will you please type in the comments, where do you live? And just with a number, how long have you been following Ventura Forward? 6 months? J-Rod, I'm calling you out too. I have no idea who you are. J-Rod, Big Paulie, you're awesome. Big Paulie, if you want to put it in there. I want to find out more people, just real fun, that are checking in. What city you're living in. War Chief wants to know, Bobby. Who's War Chief? Oh, that's Sam. You freaking son of a gun. All right, I'm telling the story. Bobby rolled their car in New Mexico.
What? Rolled it?
Rolled it.
No.
5 times.
Bobby.
Chevy chased it.
You okay?
Bobby's fine. Bobby's alive.
Vacation story?
The dogs are alive.
Hey, that's good.
Unfortunately, Itty Bitty is still in the desert.
No.
Yes. God bless Itty Bitty right now. She's on night number 10 or 11 out in the desert.
What happened on the road, Bobby?
I want to let everyone know I'm saying there's a lot of sensitivity because we said from point A to point B was from Ventura to where?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Damn right. Attaboy. I don't call the best color man in the business for nothing. So, I couldn't believe it. She didn't call for like 5 days. And I wasn't stressing because I was kind of just thinking to myself, maybe she's just going to get there and never call me again and things are going to be good, But I missed her, and so I texted like every first 24 hours, and I think I let 24 hours go by, and I texted again, and then D called, and D's like, have you heard from her? I'm like, no, and D's like, do you think? I'm like, don't even say it, And then her brother called, and I was like, but he was a truck driver. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to start doing the things that I would do if I was kind of not having somebody on Highway 40. And he had a good plan. He's like, this is part of the story. It's movie.
What's the tea, bro?
He goes, I'm going to call every state starting where I'm at and work backwards because we're at day 5. And I'll ask the CHP or the whatever state highway patrol on Highway 40 if they have any wreckage or anything else going on. Because we knew she had made it to Flagstaff.
Oh, okay.
She contacted her brother that she made it to Flagstaff. So, keep in mind at this point, my brain, it's hard to think chronologically where I found out a lot of the information. So, a lot of the information just comes in different pieces from different areas. I'll tell you that story too. Okay. But she was in Edgewood, New Mexico at 10 o'clock in the morning. And next thing you know, she's in an ambulance. And they're telling me the report is that a single car accident off the side of the road.
Single car.
Single car accident.
That's fortunate.
Yep. If you're thinking four owners totaled,
Yeah.
all the belongings are gone, Bobby's in the hospital. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, okay, well, this isn't that bad. It's like, okay, so the car's totaled. It's in the tow truck. They want $300 or $400 or something to get the rest of the stuff out, which I don't even know is in there because they said that half the other stuff is in there. All of the resources we gave her were Chevy Chase into the wind. She showed up, and Bobby, God bless you for telling this story. This is all 100% for Bobby. Bobby love is so deep. Talking to her every day, talking to family. That's why I'm telling this story. That's why I haven't been telling it on Instagram stories and stuff because I wanted to be respectful. But I want to respect the forward tiers. I want to respect everyone emotionally being in the story and us knowing that we're there for it, and we might have to go to a crowdsourcing. Hey, how come? I know, free lover. I know. What happened to my one friend over here? She didn't say hi. Ashley Boggs. I wanted Ashley Boggs to say hi.
Yeah,
All right.
she's listening to the story.
Ashley Boggs. So, with that respect for Bobby, and knowing that it's not about the entertainment, but it's still, this is where we need to maybe raise money. So, since you guys are here and Sam's here and you're forward tiers, thank you. We might be flying to New Mexico. She's got 2 broken hands.
What?
Fractures.
Oh.
So she's bandaged up.
Tough.
She's getting after it. 2 weeks of rehab. The dogs are in the pound.
Oh.
Rocket actually is being fostered by a family in Albuquerque. Rocket's chilling right now in some air-conditioned house.
I think the dogs are good.
I know, Rocket wants to go, but still. Rocket went from the Ventura Pier to New Mexico. Dare I say things to Ventura forward? But that's why when I'm talking to Bobby all the time, it's like, we're getting the dogs, we're getting to North Carolina. Paul's calling me, the brother's calling me. Here's icing in the cage. Thank you. Uh-oh, Miles Misty wants to be live. Mills Misty, we're you know what? We're going to challenge this. We're going to go for it.
Ooh, Candy Marie's asking.
What do you think? She looks cool. Let's go. We're going to go. Let's see if we have a forward here. Let's live on the edge, right? We live on the edge. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit.
What's your name? What's your name here?
Someone said Candy.
Misty.
Said,
Come on, Misty. Come on in here.
Said, love you, Spence, from Idaho.
I know. I saw that. Right,
happened?
that's nice. Misty's coming in. Misty, is this a fake live touch? Or are you a Ventura forward tier? Oh, no. She's now pausing. Misty, I can see the beautiful crown molding, and we were very close to talking here. Okay, not a problem. Can everyone hear me still, you think?
Yes.
Okay.
They can hear you, but it's lagging a little bit.
Darn it, this is great. I wanted to bring Misty in. All right, not a problem, Misty. Appreciate you trying. Maybe it was a little butt dial. So, what's the solution, right? Because today, I'll give you the update. We got to make sure that I get an extension from the I think it's Albuquerque County. I didn't know Edgewood Animal Shelter, what county it's in. 2 weeks is the limit. They hold dogs. They're at capacity. There's 3 days left.
Oh, no.
Bobby can't mend to that.
Right.
What you gonna do? So, big phone call tomorrow. Check back with Christina. See if we get an extension on the dogs. Find out after a couple more days how Bobby's spirits are, and see if she wants to get it out there. But the bombshell is this, and I appreciate you telling the story again. This is all due with respect, because I know people might follow. Older sister enters the picture. Now we've got the 3 sibling members talking for the first time in years.
Oof.
And Spence Dog is totally playing 4th sibling, completing the box. Hard as I can.
Full structure.
Working. And if I'm telling you, like, it's a flashback to my family, and Bobby's, like, the youngest, and I'm seeing a really clear picture here. Totally seeing a clear picture. And that's why I gotta finish this out. You know, me and the wife were talking. I was like, I gotta just get her tucked into bed one time in North Carolina. That's it. As soon as I tuck her in one time and I see the dogs in the backyard, I'll be out of there so fast back home.
Yeah, she's going to stay in one place for a bit.
It's like Willow. God, I love Willow. Raise your hand if you love Willow. Come on now. Sam, you're not raising your hand.
I love Willow.
Come on, get it up there.
Willow. Two hands.
Peck. But remember, it's all about getting the baby. They thought that they were going to be able to get the baby and just drop the baby off. It's exactly how I feel.
Get to the door, man.
And what's the crossroads? The Daikini Crossroads. But no, you had to gotta finish the story. The story changes. That's Ventura Forward. If you know the story changes and you want to sponsor and you want to get going and keep moving it forward, believe in it, share it, and like it.
Forward doesn't always mean in just one path. It means you might have to take a couple stops. You might have to do anything.
Yeah.
The point is just you keep moving forward.
And I think that's the most important thing too. But the one thing you can do when you're moving forward is kicking the can down the road. Yeah. That's what all of the 10 things tonight are about. It's about accountability. You know, about the accountability of just trying to be wrong. And that's what we're trying to create people to where it goes back to Amy. You know what? And God bless her, but you know what, dude? She didn't want to be wrong. And I knew it from the beginning. You know, and I promoted her and I got her into it. And if she sees this video and someone says Spencer might have been talking shit, I'm not. But you gotta be a beast, dude. Matt Alvarez too, dude. You let us down. Matty was my friend. We're tight. When, you know, we want to communicate openly. But that's when the bridges get going. You can't run for public office and you can't be in this seat if you don't want to build a bridge. You just don't get a choice. You step up for leadership, you're building a bridge. I let people down, dude, that PTO president of Cabrillo. It still hurts, dude, actually. I know people like are mad at me for certain stuff. But you're like, how do I take this battle on and do this and do that? Or how am I there and doing this? And you're just asking for grace. You know, sometimes you can't get it all in there.
Right.
You try your best. You're trying to get these battles going, but that motivates me. You know what's funny is Ventura Ford stacks it up. So all those parents at Cabrillo that came to me at any chance of a voice and thinking that 12 months wasn't enough, and Spencer's now at Balboa this year, still feel you. Let's go. Still feel everybody from Juana Maria PTO. Planting those trees, watching the air conditioning units. Did you see that new digital sign go up on Telegraph Road when you're coming here? That's us, big dog.
Let's go.
And even I asked Jeanette, I go, I'm going to tell people publicly that you helped me put it up. She goes, fine. The fuck? Anymore? Like I have to hide that I say I'm doing stuff?
Right.
Let's go.
Be ashamed to help you.
And if people want to hide about it and say, then you want to, because the thing's about backdooring it back of the office. Oh, you're helping Spencer, you doing this?
Right.
Forget about it. You want to ask the question that you're helping Spencer? Guess what, dude? You're on blast now. Tides have changed. And that's what everybody was waiting for. So that when you call, you make a phone call, dude, and then someone else makes a phone call, you're first because you called first. Not because so-and-so knew you.
Right.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
And that's what Ventura was.
Right.
Decades. Facts, bro.
Yeah, that was the generation we built from.
Totally. Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you for allowing me to describe that. You want your tree trimmed? We're busy. 20 people call? Who called twice? Who threatened with a lawyer? Moving up the list. So-and-so called? Oh, called council member? Move them from 16 to 17. Who keeps staying down the bottom? Mrs. Johnson. You know, Mr. Lopez. The Cools. The OGs. The soldiers. The straight Ventura lokes who are thinking to themselves, I'm doing the city a favor because they're too busy and I know they love me, when unfortunately they turn their back. And here come Ventura Forward. Say the words together. Let's go.
Let's go.
That's just what it is, dude. And if you don't believe that and know it and see it and feel it, the other two words, it's kind of one's small, one's big, unfollow.
Hey, someone said next door app sucks.
Next door, I have a bunch of people considering Ventura Fort app coming soon. Dude,
Needs to happen.
Sam, has that been said before?
Dude, it's been said every time.
Raider, you're the man. Raider 69. Raider Al. This guy sounds like a fun guy. He loves Al.
He likes the funny numbers.
Al Davis. He likes Al Davis. He likes 69. He likes the Raiders. Man, this guy's a 4T right here.
This guy's a California man.
This guy's a 4T. Maybe his name's Al.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe we're assuming that he just loves Al Davis and he just likes to
Could be an Al Green fan.
I miss George Steinbrenner's. I miss Al Davis's. I miss, that's the bullshit. Like, who was like a weak ass, like George, who's like an owner that ruined it? Oh, Frank McCourt for the Dodgers, right? The dude from the Redskins, Snyder. These egotistical scumbags that thought they were going to be Steinbrenner and Al Davis. So, Raider Al, that was funny. That was a good laugh. Appreciate you. Okay, Sam, I think that might get her going here. I'm trying to just think.
Last little bit I saw that was going on there.
What happened?
16th city council meeting talking about the
No meetings in August. Oh, there was a meeting.
No, so August 16th there's going to be a meeting about the stuff that's being built on Ocean for the commercial, residential.
Oh.
Something like that, so you can go and put in your 2 cents about how you don't want it over there. So.
Did you see that in the Ventura Fort?
I didn't share that on Ventura now. I don't have access to the Instagram. I have access to
Sam is right. Okay, Sam's going super deep. I got a DM. I didn't post it. I gotta share that DM actually. And there's a design review committee meeting coming up.
Okay.
Design review committee. Way Ventura, let's go.
Ventura backwards with all the homelessness. We should just make a Ventura backwards account and then just put all the dirty stuff that's been.
Well, that's pretty. I think that's what Clean Up Ventura is.
Ventura backwards.
That's why Clean Up Ventura loves me because I actually clean up Ventura. Who's ever hitting the fire flames right now? You're awesome. Fire. Watch. Hey, who's ever hitting the fire flames right now? Watch this. Let's go. You guys know what's up here with a little Jeff Hornacek and Beavis. That's a secret for the. Hey, fire. Mm-hmm. Fire. Mm-hmm. All right, you got it out. All right, I'll stop now. I don't want to embarrass myself anymore.
Someone has a question about the roads.
Oh, what do you think about Ventura roads? Below average. 4 out of 10. Getting better. If you want a road update, Bristol's going to be paved from Sunkist to.
Pretend to be homeless so I can be on the page.
I'm going to pretend I'm homeless so I can be on this page. I'm visioning the joke. I'm going to pretend I'm homeless so I can be on this page. How is that? That would be great. You know what, Anthony? If you want to do that, Anthony, type in the comments if you're a forward tier, yes or no, before I give you this idea. This has to be a yes. Anthony, how long have you been following?
Say yes, Anthony.
Say yes, Anthony.
Say yes.
If not, there's no way I'm giving this idea out. No way. Anthony, we need you. Anthony, are you complete forward tier? Are you up for the task? First of all, you have to be over 21 as well. Preferably over 21 and still not living at home. Okay, no. He was just coming in. I mean, Sam, I'm trying. Raiders.
Say yes, see?
Raiders is in. Raiders are my fucking dog. I knew Raiders was in. Okay, Raiders.
He knows you.
Back to Raiders. Totally.
Raiders.
Raiders, listen. We get a hot spot. We get a camera. Anthony, you're in too. We need two.
Is this the 10 idea?
We need two. This is the 10 idea.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Someone else said yes. Let's go.
Okay, we can do 3. 3 is preferred.
3 is perfect.
Okay, we get 3 tents, boys. And we all go and sleep in areas on the streets where we want to bring situations. Like, let's take Frenchie on 5 points. She's a sweet lady, but you can't live there. And we've noticed everywhere that unless there's a big problem, these problems don't get solved. So if we get you 3 boys, Raiders, Anthony, and Shitty Diddy, 99. Shitty Diddy, you sound pretty awesome too. We get 3 tents. You boys go in those tents. You can soldier up for a couple hours, for a couple days, right? Boom. Those phone calls will come in so fast. And you know what? Unfortunately, you 3 boys happen to be out in your luck. And you're resisting services. So you're staying. And the point is, again, we're bringing awareness on this. We could do this. Trust me. We could even go on. I don't want to get. We're under 12. Look, we could go do it on the lawn of County of Ventura. It would be nice, boys.
With the deer.
Boys, it'd be nice. You're right in the county of Ventura. We set up a couple tents. Why are they saying that people can tent on the beach of Ventura, in the river bottom, in different areas, but you can't tent up on the county of Ventura?
Because you can't see them.
That's the question. Sam's saying because you can't see them. I'm agreeing with that. But if we want to call action, Anthony, you guys seem like you're awesome. Raiders, you seem like you're down for anything, so I might save you a task for something a little more hardcore. But Anthony, let me know. Let's let a big fan of Xbox and stuff. Right? No, we're gonna have to get more creative than this because look at shit it did. More are gonna come back. So I'll give you guys the answer here. Here's the final analogy in the stream. Please, if you can afford a cup of coffee or to buy a burrito a month, go to venturaforward.org. Sponsor for $5 a month. What? Am I saying it too much now?
No, I'm just laughing. She just come.
Stan's making fun of me. I'm asking for money too much.
No, that's not.
I've never asked for money before. It feels uncomfortable. Totally kidding. But, we got it because you got to know that there's no way that if we diversify and you're thinking, well, what's the big deal about that? Think about that. Think if 5,000 people were contributing $5 a month to Ventura Forward. $25K a month. Other influencers, these Ron Paul guys, all these guys are making $1 million. All this stuff. Pew, 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 pew. If Ventura Forward got a smidge of that's a lot, 25,000 is a ton of money, but I'm thinking in the influencer world, I'm thinking how much we're doing for something that actually is tangible, not trying to make money for ourselves. All those people have an out. Measurable. Thank you, Sam. Get the $5 in. And if you're Augie, my dog, get the $5 in. It's like a tip. Tip your little bartender guy. I'm like your bartender. Let's go, Og Dog. Love you, big dog. So we're gonna wrap it up on. I had a note. I got to a fight about asking. What was that? What was the last note about?
Commercial thing.
No. It's nothing good. What was the last topic we had?
Tell us about Bobby. The last bit. Talk about moving forward. Talking about the homeless.
Homeless.
No.
Oh, the tents.
Later.
Okay, then we're gonna get back to the county.
The city council is going to be going up right now. Being like, they're going to be posting up tents up here. They're going to go Bass Pro Shops.
All right, we're going to wrap it up here. Just because if we have to think this long and it's not flowing good. Is anybody still watching on YouTube?
Yeah, 40.
How many? 40 people on YouTube.
Go and subscribe.
Yes. Go and subscribe. Go and get after it. We're live on this Tuesday and Thursday. I got Sam, the war chief, here on Instagram. Put a sign in the background so you don't have to ask for donations. I can do that, Aaron. Thank you. I like to ask for donations too. It makes me a little more emotional, keeps me going. But I'll put up a little thing. Go to the link. Get it in there. I appreciate it. I mean, if we get a bumper sticker, Ventura Forward. The stickers are coming. I like that, Raiders. We need to give incentive. I'm meeting a new guy. Kareen just checked in. Sorry for calling you out, Kareen. Love you. I'm going to get more merch coming. This shirt isn't even for sale yet. I'm a freaking slacker when it comes to offering stuff. The worst. I haven't monetized, one more bad word, for shit. Okay? I've been slow rolling this on purpose. Okay? So the people that know me my whole life could really scrape off that old rust you thought was Spencer. So the new people could see the real me. And now we can invest. Do you watch Carton Arcs? Absolutely. Aaron, hats are coming, my guy. Appreciate you. Hats. Yes. We were at an embroidery place today. I was totally thinking about it. So all that's coming. I'm gonna put like a 2 weeks tomorrow. I'm making a meeting at 10 o'clock in the morning. More organizational stuff. We're gonna get an email list going. Merch coming out. Ways for you to get involved. A Ventura Forward stickers coming out with discounts across town. Sam, how's that sound?
That sounds amazing. Let's get it.
How about going to a business and seeing a Ventura Forward burrito on a menu?
I'm buying 3 of them.
Let's go. You can go to Spencer McKenzie's to get the Ventura Forward burrito. You can go to Johnny's, get the Ventura Forward burrito. You can maybe go somewhere else, and we're going to have recipes for burritos, and then you go to the sandwich shop, we're going to get our own sandwich, the Ventura Forward sandwich. Let's go. I don't care if homeless camp on the beach, but don't clean up. Okay, Anthony, that's fair. I love that you feel that way, Anthony. Johnny, I know, that'd be great. Anthony, I would say if you like that idea, I think that we maybe look at a number, okay? If you make it, I'll buy it. Raider out. As far as Anthony to account that, I say no to sleeping on the beach, of course. But if you want that, make it a limited spot and say people have to apply for permits and opportunity. Make a section. They sleep in that beach. They're monitored, and we watch them there. Okay? Let's end it on this. This is how Ventura Ford's so awesome. I was almost going to cuss again, but I said there would be no more. Candy Marie 83, I love Spencer McKenzie's and Miss Corrales. Thank you. What is the probably coolest spot? This is right outside the Ventura city limits. And it's on the other side of the river, giving a lot of clues away. That's been unoccupied for maybe years or a decade. That's one of the coolest, dopest spots. That's unorganized, brought back to life, just dope as unsane. An estuary, McGrath State Beach, bro.
Yeah, that's a.
McGrath State Beach, that could be a destination spot.
That's a gem, but it's definitely not polished.
It's okay. See, I'm saying it's a gem, but it's not polished. Okay, that's fair. So what we do one of two things: make an organized homeless place that we could have maybe 30 or 40 places in there, and then say no more living in the river, right? Or we could say let's upgrade it to all of this nice stuff where RVs, families are coming back, and it's preserved animals are thriving, and all this, and the normal stuff before hardcore drugs and people became babies.
Before that came normal.
And you put that money in to preserving the river better, and then we preserve it better, and then you put maybe that money into homeless services, whether it's houses in Camarillo or different places that are more centralized, not in a waterway. When we're having a $500 million lawsuit on the Santa Clara River and over $1 billion lawsuit on the Ventura River, and we still let people shit and piss in the motherfucking river, dude. It gets me so mad. It's unbelievable. If you're not liking and hearting right now, unfollow. If you think it's okay to go to the bathroom and live in the river, get off of Ventura Forward and never come back again. And come to me in public and say that, and let's talk about it straight up. Get out of the river. Get out of the freaking river right now, and let's get in there. Let's get people in the river. Let's get kids swimming in the river. Let's get old folks waddling in the river looking for animals. Let's get birds going. Let's get all of these creatures that used to be in the California wetlands back to where it needs to be and get after it. It's right there. Blessed. Cha-cha-ca-two. It's all good. Like I said, meet me in the streets. Maybe you're barfing about because people shouldn't be living in the river too. That's how the Ford Church should be talking. Look at the Surfrider Foundation's new reports of fecal matter in the river, and it's unacceptable. All areas are disgusting. Human feces is everywhere in the water of the river and the Pacific Ocean. Absolutely unacceptable. Sick, dude. How can Patagonia have their employees and say that they're buying nations and saving ecosystems, and they're letting people shit and piss in their backyard? Yvonne Sherrard, where you at, bro? You ain't got nothing on Ventura Ford when it comes to cleaning up. Nothing. I got 2 hands and $5 and a cup of coffee, and I'm doing more than you in the city of Ventura. And you got people everywhere. And this is not one shout out to one disrespect to any Patagonia employee. I told people at Patagonia before, you should protest. You should go on strike. If I worked for Patagonia and I had any cajones, I would absolutely go on strike. And I would say that if you want to be a company that says that you're a world renowned and a world influencer and you do all these things, I would say you need to clean up the Ventura River. And until you clean up the Ventura River, let's go Ace Ventura, homeless detective. Let me tell you something. I know. I look like Ace. Trust me. No, this is on purpose. Look at that. Come on now. Yeah, dog. No, this is straight up. You got to realize that when Jim Carrey was my favorite, and dude, it's meant to be. Ace Ventura, pet detective. Let's get it. Homeless detective. That's fine. Mm-hmm. No, if you're again watching this video, we're going to wrap it up knowing that my brother got murdered. And when a family member that you know is your sibling gets murdered on the streets and was homeless in the city of Ventura and in the rivers, and as a little brother, you dream about your brother living in the river? Shit. Another bad word. That's 2 extra bonus ones. You have no reflection of what's going on. And any family member that's watching this video that's got somebody living in the river right now, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about you, and I'm working hard. I'm working my ass off. I'm working my ass off more than anybody's ever worked their ass off for family members who currently have people with mental disabilities, drug addictions, or think it's acceptable to live and swallow in the river and not ultimately ask for help and to have us provide those services on the accountability form. You know what? And if you don't want all those kind of stuff, unfortunately, maybe you do have to go to heaven early. Like, I'm not saying you can pick your own road, but you got to become accountable somewhere. Or you're going to go into controlled systems, which is the third level. So it's jail, it's freedom, and it's controlled environments. And you're going to be able to go into a controlled environment and not leave. You're going to just sign off. Nope, I'm not coming out. I can't stay off drugs. I won't take my medication to stay sane. I won't stop harassing and physically abusing people. I'm not really that bad. I don't need to be in jail with the murderers and the rapists and all those, those bad people. But God forbid I can't stay sane out here in public because the temptations are too good. Ventura is offering massage parlors and liquor stores and cannabis stores, and they're cooking meth in the rivers, and the drugs are good, and fentanyl's coming out from Mexico, and it's just, damn, it's good and it's easy. It's easy when your name's Jared and you want to not take responsibilities for your parents being shitheads and your grandparents allowing you to be enabled and living in a room every now and again. So you go 1 week in the river and 1 week at your grandparents' house. It exists. And so let's wrap it up on this. Appreciate everybody. I'm sure the water softener is going to start soon. Sam's tired, and I got basketball in the morning. Some developed mental illness, and we lost our mental hospital. Absolutely. 100% correct. And it gets worse, and mental illness attracts over time. My brother Jared actually attracted mental illness at the age of 22. Do you know that bipolar and schizophrenia happens to be diagnosed later in boys and earlier in girls? And it falls parallel to the maturity of females, how they get their puberty and kind of grow taller than boys. Yeah. And then you look at also, too, that in the first year of mental illness diagnosis, that suicide is like 80% higher compared to getting out of the first year. Like, if you can make it out of the first year of naturally contracting it, and so they look at like suicide rates for young females. Oh, sorry to hear that, Laura. You'll see like young girls that commit suicide might be between the age of like 16 to 19. And then you look at boys and it might hover a little more from like 18 to 22. And my friend, God rest her soul, for all of our appointed grads, Adrian Brooks, actually committed suicide here in Ventura. I think she was like 19, dude. She was awesome too. Yeah. She lived off of De Loma. Shout out Adrian Brooks. Love you. No, you're listening in heaven. Wouldn't it be cool if you're in heaven and all of a sudden like your name gets called out and it's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Like, oh, my name. Yeah, and like as time goes by, you're like, well, you know what? Fuck that place.
Like Banksy says, there's 2 times you die. The first time when you physically die, and the second time when the last person says your name.
Yeah, I know. I like that. All right, well, the last person not saying our name isn't going to be tonight because I'm Spencer, he's Sam, and this is Ventura 4. We stayed over 10 viewers the whole time on Instagram. Big shout out. Everyone that sent a message. Laura, I see your last one. I'll read it for you because I got a lot of love. Sup, the psych hospital. My mom used to work there in California. That's closed too many.
True.
We're going to reopen them. We're going to get the feds back involved. We're going to get money from D.C. coming in to stop this enabling of people, stop building housing first, make sure that when the door gets closed that they can take care of themselves and say no to the demons and say no to those natural abilities, because if they don't have that themselves, we can't close the door because we know what happens next. Until next time, Thursday night, let's go.
Let's go.